Morning, folks. I thought I'd give you a tutorial of a 7610 British Ford tractor with a 280 2846 QT front end loader. So, this Jewel was made in the 80s. It is four-wheel drive. Got a drive shaft down here coming off the transmission. I don't know if you can see that. I bought this off of a tractor dealer in Seymour, Missouri. The British, they imported a lot of these tractors in the 90s and 2000s. And this has two sets of remotes. It's a 540 PTO. That drawbar they call like a pendle hitch. So you could, from the cab, pull these. I got grease on my finger. Pull these up, and that drawbar would drop down, and you could pick up different implements, I guess, in the Europe and in England. Sits a little low. If you're baling hay with big windrows, that hay will push up underneath the tractor. That's kind of a pain in the buckle. I've had several 7710s over the years, and the European models usually they've got to have more exits, and usually had a sunroof and had mirrors. I guess they drive them on the highways over there all the time. They've turned these tractor tires out, flipped them out, made it a little wider. This is a good old tractor. I'm actually selling it to invest in real estate. Got the door there in the bucket, but it's been a pretty good tractor over the years. It had when I went to sell it, it had a few troubles here and there. Of course, it was dairy farmed. Fords are notorious for not starting very well. If it's not like 75 or 80 degrees, they're pretty tough to start. But this video is coming to you live from South Central Missouri. Duncan Smith in the sticks. Here's one thing about a Ford tractor. It's got a little button here. Listen for it. If you push that in, it'll dump raw fuel into your cylinders, and it allows it to start a little easier. One thing I don't like about Fords, and it's given me trouble over the years, that starter will get hot because they don't start in cold weather. And the fuel is right above that heat source. So you want to talk about a fire danger, boys and girls, that's fire danger. And I've had it, a fire danger. This is a column shift. I think I'll just jump in the tractor. Just like wish we had standard vehicles nowadays. Everybody's went to automatics. But here's the gear pattern on this deal. See it's all here on the, which is kind of nice because you got more leg room. I think this is what they call a utility tractor. And anyway, you got lights, got your tack. I put just manual gauges on it. Here's your joystick for your loader, up and down, side to side. But this tractor had air. Of course, it don't work. Heater works good. In the 80s, though, coming out of dirt floors and a cabin out in the woods, this was a Cadillac. I mean, you were a rich guy if you could afford one of these. And the farming deal would pay for it, in the 80s. Anyway, just ranting on about a 7610 Ford tractor. Nobody went live with me. I'm not discouraged. I'm loving the YouTube adventure. Like and subscribe if you're in the notion. This is some white oak logs that we cut. Turns out I've got a guy, super good guy, and he will cut the logs and doze. That is the YouTube studio, but this is looking over. That's what my dad came and built in the 60s and 70s, and then you know, my wife and I and our family have added to it. But you know, I wish it was a little lighter. All of the brown is a little bit of that brown is what we own is sage grass, but most of that is blown in from the neighbor. And this is a really good working farm. If a guy could make any money farming, it is, which it's not all about the money, don't get me wrong, but it sure is a lot easier if you're making some. Still nobody. Oh, nope, nobody on the live. Doggone, dude. Where's everybody sleeping? But this is 400 acres, and 40 of it we put with this original farm. But it served me well. My kids were raised here. We're all still a family unit, and the siblings all talk, and it's kind of a great way to raise your kids is on the farm. Anywho, I'm rambling on. There's a little dozer work we did. That used to be a pond, pretty shallow. I'm out of here. Duncan Smith in the sticks. Look at this YouTube studio. What a blessing. Hello there. We got one person watching. I bought that at an auction for $12,000. I'll just go on the inside. I'm not so sure that it's not made in America, but it was all centered right here and looked like a big telephone box, and it just all folds out. And I'm tempted to take it to a property and sell it as a cabin, and I might actually do that. But right now we're using it as a YouTube studio. Hello, I got 2 people. Any questions? You just let me have a question. I'm a talker. There's a thorn tree. Used to be we never had trouble with thorn trees in Missouri. By golly, we do now. Folks, I'm gonna wrap it up. They're gonna come and load that tractor, and I'm gonna start my real estate day. Duncan Smith in the sticks. Love for you to like and subscribe. Finally, it's supposed to get monetized. Maybe a whopping 50 cents a day. Not even sure. That's a locust tree. Yeah, I think that's what I said there, Scrumpy. That's a locust tree. Okay, well, I'm glad we're on the same page. Have a great day. Well, you too, Deborah Bradley. I'm going to do it. Yeah. They're popping up, and I'm what else? Locusts. Well, let's just say I get to run the video, and if I want to call it a Snoopy tree, that's what I'm going to call it. That's a Snoopy tree. Yeah, let's argue. Let's see how much joy that'll bring. Anybody else? Got a hi, howdy, or LOL. My eyes are no good. I mean, they are good. I'm not speaking bad eyes, but turns out they could be better. Cows will eat the beans and spread them. Yeah. Welcome. Some people in the natural world say they're just like soybeans. Yeah, they will, but guess what? If you're in Missouri, locust tree spread is probably one of your fewest concerns. Your biggest concern is it's got to rain every three weeks for sure, or you're going to be complaining to your neighbors and wanting the government to save you, because the luscious Kentucky 31 fescue will go dormant. And there you are, feeding hay to a bunch of cows, and you don't know how much financial pressure you're under until you get rid of your cows, and then you're like, oh wow, I'm a civilian. What tickles me, I'm rambling on. People say, oh, you just wait, Smith. You haven't seen it bad in real estate. Dude, trust me, you haven't seen it bad on the farm. Like, $30,000 feed bill. You got a farm payment coming up. Your kid needs braces. And, yeah, you're living the life. Living by faith, which is a great way to live. And real estate, if it dries up, you know, you don't have a feed bill. And you don't, the only people who care if it rains are lawn care folks and farmers. Everybody else seems, they get their food at the supermarket, ironically, and probably from China, ironically. I don't know. I wish America's agriculture industry very blessings. When I was younger, there was nothing else I'd rather do. Now I'm older. Dude, we're in a different season. I want to see the farm continue, but somebody else can be at the helm and feeding hay when it's 10 degrees below zero. Yeah, doesn't pay enough for me yet. I'm not a farmer. I'm not against farmers. I love farmers. Can I sell your farm? Yeah, that's great. Rambling on. Look at that Kentucky 31 fescue. Man, if I was younger, I'd put a cow to every 2 acres, move a brake wire every morning, sing and dance. Look at the old farmstead. All right, we're 11 minutes and 49 seconds. Don't spread the hate, spread the love. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Be blessed. Jesus Christ is the Lord. And when the pressure's on, that's when he needs to come out. Oh, here we go. Don't MFA supply stores. I didn't get it. I didn't get the comment. It said something about MU extension. Oh, here it was. There you go. Promote Bermuda grass up there. It ain't like you're in Saskatchewan. Bermuda grass, you know, I've had some very, like my brother, he put Bermuda grass in, and what he found out was unless you keep it eaten down and tender, it gets rank and it's very unproductive. Kind of like fescue. Fescue is, I'm going to argue with everybody, the best forage. Kentucky 31 fescue, if it's managed well, the endophytes are not a concern, and you're going to raise more pounds of beef on an acre of Kentucky 31 fescue than any other thing in the world. And when it doesn't rain, you're out of debt. You sell all your cows, you take mama on a vacation, and then when it starts raining back on your farm, you repopulate with stockers and you live the dream again. So yeah, it's a joke if you plant anything else but Kentucky 31 fescue. I've done it. My dad has done it. I've watched the neighbors do it. I've heard all the jargon. I know, natives, Bermuda grass, just whatever. Guess what, boys and girls? If you don't grow Kentucky 31 fescue, you suck. Okay, let's fight. All right, I'm down. I lost a person. Darn it. Have a blessed day. Over now. What just happened?